package from Mississauga today, which is a place in Canada, Ontario specifically. And I already know what it is, so I've done some preparation here. The things of water here might be a little bit of a clue as to what it is, and I just realized that the title will probably also tell you what it is, so I guess there won't be any mystery there. Anyway, I'm going to try my new utility knife. I'm actually going to zoom out a little bit here. There we go. I'm going to try my new utility knife that I picked up at Canadian Tire. I figured out there was a way to flick it open, but it's kind of interesting because it locks into several different positions. I have no idea why you'd lock it into that position there, but you know, if anybody has some thoughts. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and open the box here. There we go. Nice and easy with the new thing. And we'll go ahead and start hoping that I have batteries for this thing. So what I got was a TDS meter, Total Dissolved Solids meter, and I believe this one does EC as well, which is electrical conductivity. And I'm starting to really hope that I've got some spare CR2032s nearby that actually have power, because I think that's what they have. So we've got some instructions here that can't be read, but there are also some instructions in the back here. Okay, that's pretty standard. Push the button, stick it in the water, see what happens. Alright, it actually came with a battery. Oh, that's cool. Alright, so we'll go ahead and turn it on, and it's already set to TDS. Now, this first cup is just distilled water, so it should show 0 ppm. Of course, because it's distilled water, so I'm just going to make sure quickly that I'm using it correctly. Immerse more than 4 centimeters, stirring the meter, waiting until the display stabilizes. Alright, well, it's distilled water, so it should show 0, so we've got 0. So that's a good start. So I'll just put the distilled water off to the side there, shake off any residue. Now, this is filtered tap water, so let's see what our TDS is on the tap water. The filtered tap water is still showing 101 parts per million total dissolved solids, which, as you can see, it's got a little light that indicates drinkability, and it's saying that this isn't particularly drinkable water, even though it's been run through an expensive Brita filter. So that's interesting, and I may have some words to say with Brita about that, depending on what the plain tap water reading says. So we got 101 parts per million on our filtered water. Alright, so we'll clear that reading, shake off the residue. Now this is unfiltered tap water right here, so this should be the worst of all of the readings. So let's see what we got going here. So we've got 187 parts per million, you can see there. So we've got some pretty high dissolved solids in this area, which is, you know, indicated by the amount of scale buildup on our faucets and stuff. But 187, that's really high. So I'm kind of curious. There should be an EC mode here. Yeah, there's our electrical conductivity, which is 397 micro somethings. I don't know what that is. Microsieverts? No, sieverts is radiation reading. But whatever that is, that's high, which makes sense, because the more dissolved solids you have, the more conductive it's going to be. And then, for whatever reason, there's also a temperature meter? And I'm pretty sure this water isn't 22 degrees, and I'm not too sure why it's showing red, but whatever. Let's see what the EC is on the filtered water, which I know the filtered water is cold because I keep it in the refrigerator. So yeah, its conductivity is also pretty high. Stir that around a little bit, see if it changes. Nope, still pretty high. And the temperature should be quite much lower because it's been in the refrigerator. Yeah, I have no idea what the temperature reader is doing there. I mean, it's going down slowly, which makes sense because I think the if you look inside here, there's the two electrodes and there's a little bump. I know it's out of focus. I think that's probably the temperature gauge here. So the temperature is going to have to travel through the plastic first, which is probably going to take some time. Now, let us see what the electrical conductivity. Distilled water should have an electrical conductivity of 0. So let's see what happens. Yeah, so completely 0. So yeah, that's my TDS meter and a quick examination of our water quality here in Quesnel, which is apparently pretty terrible. But I already knew that. I just wanted proof. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, consider clicking here to subscribe. Right over here is a video that YouTube thinks you'll find interesting, and right here is a well, that'll be the Postbag playlist, and right here will be a link to Patreon, which you can use to help support the financial needs of the channel. Thanks so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.